So this PC, which is in amazing condition, is my test bed. This is the PC that I stick all of the dodgy crap I buy into and hope that it doesn't make it explode. But as you can see, it's not doing super well. So what I decided to do is just move it all over into a new case for the time being. There's going to be some other upgrades a bit later, but move it over into a new case so that we can clean it up and make it look a little bit more presentable than it is now. Yeah, so let's rip everything out of here and put it into a new shiny ventilated case. Look at all of that ventilation on the front here. We're definitely gonna have some really good airflow with this case. The surround is pretty plasticky, but it is a budget case that comes with two huge fans in the front. On the side, we've got the mandatory tempered glass. It's just, oof. Oh, it's got a nice peel. We've got captive thumb screws in the back here, so it's nice and easy to get the glass side panel off and on. Look at that. Oh, casually dropped it on the ground. And look at the size of those front fans. These are two 200mm fans, which top out at about 800 RPM, so they are going to be very quiet. It'll be interesting to see what kind of temperatures we get in here. The inside of the case is very plain, but it's very logically laid out. We've got some rubber grommets around here. We've got a big cutout for the CPU. And yeah, you've got this basement that has space for a bigger radiator. You've also got offset radiator mounting space on the top here. And if you can see over here, there's actually quite a lot of extra clearance at the top for a radiator, which I really like. And that also makes like CPU 8-pin plug installation easier. So this looks like it's going to be a really easy system to build in. Just like that, we're done with the build. This case is really easy to build in. If it wasn't for the fact that I had to set up hundreds of camera angles, it probably would have taken me like 12 minutes to do the changeover. It also looks a lot better in my opinion. I feel like a case swap is a really good way to breathe some new life into a system. The previous setup looked a little bit like it was on the wrong side of the tracks, trying desperately to pull its life back together. Whereas this one looks like an accountant that eats a fibrous breakfast every morning and can crunch numbers very efficiently because of its well-ventilated underwear. Speaking of well-ventilated, the temperatures are pretty good on this system. After about half an hour of running various stress tests on the system, yeah, these are really good results. That is pretty much in line with just open air testbed temperatures for the GPU, and the VRMs are nice and cool, and the CPU's also running good. Like, it's functional, it's got good airflow, the looks are inoffensive. Anna actually put it the best. She said it just kind of looks like a PC case, and it really just looks like a PC case. The only downside that I can think of is the build quality on it's not amazing, but for a $70 case with the feature set that this case has, I think that that's definitely a worthwhile trade-off. And honestly, when was the last time you went like hang gliding with your PC? How much blunt force trauma does a system really need to be able to survive? Another thing, if I have to nitpick here, is the fact that it doesn't have a front panel USB Type-C port. I have never used front panel USB-C, and I would rather have 2 square ports as opposed to 1 square and 1 Type-C. So if anything, I prefer the fact that it doesn't have a USB Type-C, because it's also less to cable manage on the inside. So yes, Lian Li, you did a good job. I like this case very, very much. There we go. In regards to the test bed, I've got a Ryzen 7 1700X in here with Asus Strix X370 motherboard. I may be upgrading it soon to a more powerful test bed for like reviewy videos of graphics cards. What I quite like about this configuration though is that I've got a lot of use out of it. So if I do put a dodgier component in here and it all catches on fire, I wouldn't mind that much. I mean, I'd be bummed, but it wouldn't be a huge deal for me. But yeah, I'm probably gonna upgrade it soon with like a better CPU and motherboard pairing. With that, it brings me to the end of the video. So if you enjoyed it, like and subscribe to the channel and all of that stuff. And until the next video, bye-bye.